We are at Lima Stadium for the Lima Senior Spartans football preview alongside Mark Kuntz. I'm Andy Lynch, and the head coach Mike Fell back on stadium turf now. When you played here, no turf around, but you said as we were walking up here, it's good to be back here on this stadium field.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's exciting for us. You know, anytime you come out here on the field, the grass is always cut. You know, everything's always in great shape, and we're ready to go.
Taking over the Spartans program, we talked to you when you were hired back in the winter, and you came into this situation wide-eyed. What have you learned since then that has you ready for this upcoming season?
Well, probably the number one thing is I really enjoy these young men. They are, as you guys can see, you know, being around here, they're fun to be around. They are doing everything we've asked them to do. You know, we've asked them to lift weights. We've asked them to come to 7-on-7s. We've asked them to come to practice every day. And they're doing exactly what we're asked. It's a football team like the last 23 football teams I've ever had, and there's no difference because they're good kids and they're working hard.
You've built programs before, Coach. What does it take that first year to lay the groundwork?
Well, the bottom line is it takes kids to kind of believe in the coach and believe in the system and what we're trying to accomplish. And they've bought into it, you know, and it's not a tough sell. It's hard work, it's being with your friends, it's working towards a common goal, and having fun. And, you know, that's what we're here for.
Speaking of the system, we know Mike Fell offenses love to throw the ball around. Is that what we can expect out of Lima Senior this year?
Oh, yeah. Justice Graham is our quarterback right now. He's 6'6". He's a good athlete. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7 guys out there that
Wait a second. You're telling me a Mike Fell team has got a good athlete as quarterback?
Yeah, you know, that's a prerequisite, believe me. You know, I've also got my old quarterback from last year, Mason Atchison's out here helping. And, you know, he's been very helpful because me and Coach Kriye were the only two that know the system, and Mason has been a great help. And so he's working with Justice. And, you know, our wideouts, you know, it's exciting for them. You know, when you tell them, hey, you're going to catch 30, 40, 50, 60 balls, you know, they're going, okay, you know, thank you. That's why I'm playing. So, you know, it's been fun for them.
You mentioned Coach Kriye. How important is that to have your right-hand man with you here at Lima Senior?
Hey, man, it is fantastic. He is doing a great job. He is so excited. You know, he's the defense coordinator now, and he's still working with our offensive line along with Coach Jason Wright. And those guys are, you know, they're excited to be here. When you have coaches that like to be here even more than you do, you know, that's great, you know, and that's something you always look forward to as a head coach. And I'm in a good situation with my coaches right now.
Tell us a little about your coaching staff. Obviously, you have Coach Kriye coming with you from Ada. You've got some of the old coaches from Lima Senior still around as well, though.
Yeah, Steve Carter has been here for a long time. Teal George is a coach that's been around. Tyson Goins. Those three, they're all back from the previous staff. And, you know, they know these young men, and they're excited. You know, it's a nice change for them, do something different that way. And then Jason Wright is over. He was a defense coordinator at Columbus Grove. He's now my offensive line coach. He's a friend of mine. Justin Hahn's a young man that just graduated from Bluffton College, or Bluffton University. He was their starting free safety and a captain. And now he's our defensive backs coach. So, you know, he's been a real nice addition. And then we have a nice freshman staff also.
Elias Wright, a very versatile and tough-to-tackle young man. What have you been impressed with about him?
Well, Elias Wright and Justice Graham, the coaching staff named those two captains just last week. And from day one, Elias has been the guy that, you know, when I start talking, he's like, hey, everybody pay attention. You know, get here on time, fellas. Do things right. And, you know, I knew from day one he was going to be a captain for me. His dad, Marcus Wright, played for me. He was one of my players back when I was coaching with Coach Rush back here. And so Marcus was the same way. So he's a chip off the block. Justice Graham is in a position of quarterback, and a quarterback's got to be a leader. When we named him captain, you could just see the confidence in his eyes, and, you know, he just felt that, okay, it's my time. I got a chance to do something to accomplish. And, you know, Elias played some quarterback too last year, but Justice is our quarterback, and he'll do a good job.
You know, there's never been any doubt that there are athletes in the Lima City school system. They haven't always played football for Lima Senior for a variety of reasons. Do you feel comfortable with what you have out on the team this year?
Oh, very much so. And it starts down in our younger grades with our freshman football team. Right now we have 34 guys on our freshman football team. They weren't out here today. They're practicing at the other field. And we had 6 or 7 young men who we would say are the real tough stud athletes in that group that were in the 8th grade class. Well, all of them are here playing for Lima Senior right now. Miguel Clark, who obviously was the top of the line. He's starting for us at outside linebacker as a freshman. And so those guys are here. Ruben, Ruben's a young man. Ruben Flowers is a wideout for us, so is a good basketball player. Elias is a basketball player. Corey Jackson, we've got the basketball players. Rico Stafford's coming out. So, it's one of those things that we've got the guys that can do the job. And these are good kids. These are kids that, they want to work, and they're begging to be coached, and they're excited about it.
Your opening trip down to Cincinnati to play in the Skyline Chili crosstown shootout of sorts. Beechwood, Kentucky comes up. It's a night 8:30, 9 o'clock game. You'll be at University of Cincinnati's Shakely Center. A special atmosphere, but are you excited about this trip? A chance to be, go 2 hours with the guys and really build into them there on that first game.
Riding on the bus with the guys is definitely overrated.
Not a Mike Fell thing.
I could do without that. But, it is a very cool experience for us. This Crosstown Showdown came down through me knowing Tom Gamble down there, who set it all up. He's a friend of mine, and I worked with me in the North-South game. And so we had an opportunity to let Dayton Thurgood Marshall play Clayton Northmont, and we got to play Beechwood. Beechwood's a former state champ in a small school down in Kentucky, so it's a great matchup for us, and it's exciting. We've got a couple charter buses. We get, they offered to give us a couple charter buses to go down there. We have a charter bus for fans to go down there. It only costs them $10 if they want to ride down there and go to the game. And we're bringing 2 school buses of kids so we'll be well represented down there. And these guys, they got jacked up when we say we're getting a charter bus. They're excited. It's a chance to play someone different, play in a great atmosphere down there, University of Cincinnati, that Shakely Center, and just something different that way, and we're excited about it.
Yeah, that'll be the only real long trip of the season for Lima Senior as they travel to Piqua, Findlay, and then in the track up to Oregon Clay and Toledo Central Catholic. So you don't have to make those 2 trips up to Toledo for the track. But week 2, then back at home, the home opener against Mansfield Senior, a traditional opponent for Lima Senior, as the TY Tigers come in to take on the Spartans.
They're going to be very good. They were 8-2 last year, and they're rated to have everybody back. What's going to be really exciting about that time is we are going to be honoring Coach Rush and the 1988 first state playoff team. Those guys, I was on that staff when we made the playoffs first time. We had some outstanding players. Richard Glover went on to Michigan State. Rico and Percy Williams were big linemen that were outstanding. Larmondo Watts and Michael Jackson are scholarship players on that team. And the team in '89 was the state semifinalists, got beat in triple overtime. So those same guys are on that '88 team. So we're honoring them for 25 years. Coach Leonard Rush is coming back. And, we've got a new locker room, so it's going to be a real exciting time, that first game.
It's a game we will have on WOSN. Coach, have you broken out your Lima Senior stories yet for the guys? Or are you kind of holding off for a little bit to reflect and fire them up with some history?
Nah, these guys, they want to know everything. They want to know old girlfriends. They want to know where I used to hang out, things I used to do. So I'm an open book. I let them know everything. And, it's cool. It's great being back at the high school. I'm really excited. Our administration has been so supportive. Jill Ackerman and Doug Kent, and then John Zell is doing an outstanding job as our athletic director. And it's an exciting time to be a part of Lima Senior.
25 years ago, Mike Fell was an assistant coach for the Spartans. Now he's the head coach for Lima Senior. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk to a couple of his players here on WOSN.
Welcome back to Lima Stadium, home of the 1996 Division I state football champs. We're joined by David Lawrence on the outside, a senior left tackle, and Derek Irons, a guard and linebacker, also a senior. David, let's start with you. How's the atmosphere here in Spartan football camp for 2 days?
It's getting me ready. I'm very excited about this season. All my teammates working hard. Coach really got us working, paying attention to what he's saying. I really like the plan that he got bringing over here. So I'm really excited about what we're doing in preseason.
Derek, we know the struggles Lima Senior has had the last several seasons on the football field. Can Mike Fell really inject that much enthusiasm and confidence in a team?
I think so. He's shown it this year. It seems like it's a big difference from last year. He has everybody else working hard. He did. Yeah, I think he can do it.
Derek, tell us about the line. We know Mike Fell's system. He's going to throw it a lot. How's it going for you guys getting those schemes down?
It's real good. It's good. We're starting to get used to it, get used to the offense, Yeah, it's good. It's a real good offense.
David, how'd the summer go for you guys?
Summer went good. We had a lot of people show up to the weight room, seeing a lot of people work hard, getting ready for this year. And a lot of people get way stronger in what they was doing. So I'm excited about seeing what we can do against other components because we got a lot stronger and faster during the summer.
David, there's so much buzz surrounding the hire of Mike Fell, surrounding a Spartan coming back once again. Do you guys feel it around the locker room? Do you feel it around the school? Haven't started, obviously, yet for the fall, but is that buzz there around you guys, too?
Yeah, it's there. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm very excited. I can't wait for that first game. I'm so pumped. Like, he got me ready to play this first game.
Derek, what do you think the strength of this year's team is going to be?
I think the strength is going to be the defense. I mean, the offense is really good too, you know, but the defense, we're all hitters, you know. We all work hard, you know. The strongest people on the team are on the defense, you know. Yeah, so the defense.
David's smiling awfully big about that hitting hard.
We over here. Our offense, that spread, like, the way we was doing it 7-7, our passing we look good, and our offensive line is fast and strong. So ain't nobody gonna get around us because we're too fast for them and we way too strong.
All right, David Lawrence, Derek Irons, thank you for joining us today.
All right, thank you.
On the Spartan High School football preview, we come back more from Lima Stadium.
One final time here at Lima Stadium for our Lima Senior Spartans football preview. We're joined by the quarterback, senior Justice Graham, and down on the end it's Elias Wright. Played some quarterback last year, but a dynamic wide receiver and defensive back. Elias is a junior, and he's wearing the Superman socks. You feeling like Superman this year, Elias?
Yes, sir.
I love the cape on those. Though that is a great look, and you know I know Coach Fell's kind of expecting you to be a bit of the Superman, get the ball out to you in space, and get the ball in your hands and do some things coming out of the backfield on the receivers.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about that role and how you fit into this offense, Elias?
How I feel about this offense? Well, it's different. It's like a spread offense. We have 4 receivers. It's like I'm like the main receiver, basically. Well, not the main receiver, but I'm one of the like top receivers or whatever. It's like it's different. It's different from the triple option last year we played.
Just a little.
And it's real easy. It's real easy. It's fun. It's fun.
Justice, you're going to be the man at quarterback this year. We know the type of quarterbacks Mike Fell's had in years past. Do you feel pressure trying to live up to some of those other quarterbacks he's had?
Not at all. I feel like it's a great opportunity for me. I mean, I feel like just like the other quarterbacks going to get me out there, it's just work hard and just do the best I can do.
Justice, last year that you guys were both going for the quarterback spot. You both played a little bit here and there. Is it nice to have defined roles this year and know what's expected?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's a lot different from last year. I mean, positive improvement. Like already, I'm loving it already. It's just great to be out here. I mean, it's just the offense is great for me. I mean, I like to pass the ball. That's what I do. It's just great. I love it.
You look at the track, you know it's going to be a tough sledding again. You've got the defending state champs in Toledo Central Catholic. To be the best, the saying goes, you have to play the best. And you guys are going to play some of the best teams. Are you concerned about being discouraged going up against talent like that?
You want me to answer first?
I don't think so at all.
Well, not really, because like if we're playing against the best, like if we're playing against one of the best teams, then there's going to be like a lot of people there. It's exposure for us too. So like even if we are down, if we still work hard, we know there's going to be people looking for us so we get to the next level. So it's not really discouraging, but it's a good opportunity.
Justice, you open the season down in Cincinnati, a little road trip. You get a charter bus. How excited are you guys for that big atmosphere?
Really excited. I mean, it's going to be great. I feel like it's going to be a lot of people there. I feel like a lot of college scouts will be there watching us playing in a big field. Big team from Kentucky coming out to play. New competition. I mean, it's going to be. I feel like the team's all excited. We're all excited.
Good. All right. Thank you very much to all of our Spartan guests today as we wrap things up here at Lima Stadium as the Lima Senior Spartans starting a new era and some excited players here on WOSN.